Anthony Hartwig here with a Howland girls basketball player profile, someone that we're pretty familiar with here at YSN. Alyssa Massucci, senior for the Tigers, joining us today. Alyssa, thank you so much for taking the time to come on.
Thank you so much for having me.
We said it. We're familiar with you. You've been on the scene for a while, but this is your senior season. This is the year where, you're asked for just that tick more responsibility of leadership and a little bit more, of everything else. What's it been like starting basketball now as a senior?
It definitely hasn't really hit me yet. I've played with these girls since the third grade, and it's just going to be really hard to say goodbye to the sport that we all grew up playing together.
Yeah, one of the things you start off so strong, you're averaging 20 points per game. What was the mindset coming into this year and wanting to just take that next step as a basketball team?
Last year, we didn't have any seniors. This year, we have 6 seniors. So I believe that experience that we got last year is really going to help us out this year.
As you went through all the stuff you went through last year, how much was that in the conversation? Like, hey guys, no matter what happens this year, we have everything back next year too. What was that like last year, knowing that you didn't lose any seniors and you were bringing back the entire team the next year?
It definitely felt really good that we were having everyone return this year. We wanted to finish last year off strong and knowing that we have everyone coming back next year.
You already have 5 wins on the season, just 1 loss, and it was on the road to a very good Hoban team that's undefeated right now. And it was a very competitive basketball game. From your perspective as a senior and as a leader, what is the difference maker this year in the locker room? What kind of things do you see that are working a little bit differently this year than last year?
I think just having more confidence as a team is really helping us out this year. And just overall, just communicating, talking on the floor is really going to help us out.
You have 6 seniors on this squad, but there are still some players that are trying to come up from the ranks and learn from a youth level and try to get into this varsity, rotation. When you see these younger girls on the team, what are you trying to instill into them so they can carry it on and the program can succeed after you graduate?
I think it's always very important to be positive and kind to the younger girls because they really do look up to you, as I looked up to the seniors when I was a freshman and sophomore.
You kind of just gave us a perfect segue into the next question, which is obviously you've had a lot of great leaders that you've been under in your career. Who do you think are some names that have taught you how to lead and that now you reflect on as a senior and go, well, if I do it the way this person did it, then we're going to be okay?
My sophomore year, I was really close with the seniors, and we had a really good bond. And I just feel like they all taught me so much about being a good teammate and just being a leader on the court, really.
That sophomore season, you guys went very far in the tournament. You made a big run. I know it's really early, but to start, how hungry is this team to get back there?
We really are looking forward to this season, and we really want to make it to the district championship this year.
When you think of all the things you've been through with this team and all the memories you've made, what are some of your favorite memories? I mean, it's senior year, so we can get a little bit reflective on that.
One of my favorite memories is last year when we played at the Cavs court, and also this past summer during the summer basketball for Howland, we went to Cedar Point, and it was just a really fun team bonding experience.
Not too long ago, you made the decision to play at the next level for softball at Slippery Rock. I know it's basketball season, but let's take a little bit of time to talk about your signing day and what it was like to put the pen to paper and officially tell the world that like you are playing a sport at the next level.
It felt really good just knowing that all the work that I've put in just really paid off.
Now, a lot of people are sitting here saying, hey, she's averaging 20 points per game in basketball. What made her pick softball? I'm sure this was a decision throughout your career that you've kind of had to weigh basketball, softball. Which one do you want to go with? What made you decide that you wanted to continue the softball career in college?
Softball and basketball have been a huge part of my life, and softball has always been my favorite sport, but it's definitely going to be really hard to say goodbye to basketball.
When you say softball is your favorite sport, what kind of things make it tip the scales for softball?
I just love playing the game, and overall just being with my teammates, just meeting new teammates every year. It's a lot of fun.
What's it like going into this year? I know, it's for softball, of course, but what's it like still going into basketball? You don't have to worry about your future anymore. You know where you're going, you know what school you're going to. There's no more, stress about that. What's that been like for you to just let all that roll off and only focus on just having fun this year as a senior?
It's definitely a big weight lifted off my shoulders. Just to know where you're going to college is a really good feeling. So you don't have to worry about it during your senior year and just relax and have fun playing basketball and softball this year.
Every year we bring you on, we talk about your family because it has been such a hallmark in the athletics room. Howland athletics room. When you think about the family that you have and you have one more year of being with them and being able to learn from them, what kind of things can you say again about how special your family has been to you in your journey?
My family means so much to me. They've always taught me to play to my full potential and work hard, and I just couldn't have done it without them.
Let's also talk about your coaching staff and Coach Pounds for this basketball team and what he's meant to you. Obviously, now you've had a couple of years under him. What is it about Coach Pounds that you think you click so well with?
He's always very supportive and positive with us. I feel like he goes out of his way. He opens up the gym almost every single morning for us at 5:30 to get up extra shots for us.
I know it's hard for people to see because you have been, an excellent player since you started, but you have improved on stuff. You do get better every day. That's what great players do. What do you think is a part of your game that you have gotten the most better at since Coach Pounds took over the program?
I definitely feel like I've been better at being more vocal on the court. I'm not always the loudest on the court, but that's something I've definitely been working at this year. I'm always working on my shot and just being strong with the ball, going strong to the hoop.
You might not have always been the most vocal person, but you've always been a leader. Even back when you were a sophomore, you were a leader of this team. Statistically, you were a leader emotionally, lead by example. What's it been like to just continue to flex your leadership muscles and continue to grow more and more as a leader?
It means a lot just to be a leader, and to know that there's younger people looking up to you is a really good feeling.
Yeah, whether you know it or not, you're a role model. I mean, even the girls that aren't in high school yet are looking up to Alyssa Massucci, saying, "I want to be like her when I grow up. I want to be on this varsity team. I want to do the things that she's doing." What's that like for you to look and realize that there are people that want to be in your shoes when they grow up?
It means a lot to me that those younger athletes are looking up to me. Just knowing that I'm doing the right thing and they're looking up to me is a really good feeling.
What kind of advice do you give the younger girls that are working so hard to hopefully get to where you are now?
I would definitely say to put the work in the off season in the summer, because your hard work will really pay off.
Let's talk about this summer, because we've talked about the mindset coming into the season and how hungry this team was. What is it about the summer months for you get you ready for the season? Like, summer is so important for basketball players. What do you like so much about the things that Coach Pounds does for this program in the summer?
During the summer, we have summer league, and like I said before, we went to Cedar Point, which was a really good experience for us. And I just feel like this summer is really important because it's the start of your season.
We've been talking about your leadership, but as you brought up earlier, you have 5 other seniors, 6 seniors total. What's it like to look around that locker room and see, she leads in one way, she leads in a different way. You have so many different leaders that lead in kind of different capacities. What's that like for you to be a part of that?
I've been playing with these seniors since the 3rd grade, and we just have a really good bond outside of basketball. So just knowing that we're all leaders on the team, it's just a really good feeling.
Since you've been playing with them for so long, I'm sure there's a great connection with your seniors. Let's fast forward a little bit to senior night and what you think you will feel during senior night. I know it's a long way away. Senior year hasn't really hit you yet, but it's eventually going to come where you're going to have that senior night where you start to realize like the games are numbered. You know yourself more than anybody. What are you going to go through on senior night?
It's definitely going to be really sad for me, just knowing that this is the last year. It's just really hard for me to picture it.
You've gone through senior nights, and I'm sure you've given a lot of gifts to seniors, and that's kind of the tradition on senior night. You give the seniors a gift to tell them that you appreciate them. This is a 2-part question. One, what do you think, in your opinion, is like the best gift that you've given seniors? The one that you kind of think, oh, that was really special. We did a good job on that. And then two, what is something that like someone could give you? What's like it could be anything. It could be like snacks. It could be frugal thing. What is something that you would get that'd be like, man, that's awesome. I'm so glad that was one of my gift bags.
One of our favorite things to do is decorate the locker room and the stands around the court. And I just feel like that's really special to us, just seeing how much the younger people care about us, and the freshmen and sophomores and juniors, they just do a lot for us. And I feel like maybe just like candy or something like that would be great.
Trying to help the underclassmen out a little bit. What's your favorite candy? What's the one that like if it's in that gift bag, like, oh man, can't believe this candy's in here. This is a great night.
Definitely Reese's.
Reese's is where to go. Peanut butter and chocolate. Let's get to know you a little bit off the court. We've obviously know you so well on the court. What are some of the things that you do off the court to just kind of take your mind off of sports a little bit when you need that mental break?
When I'm not playing basketball, I enjoy playing softball and just spending time with my family and friends.
When you're spending time with your family, every family seems to have like a spot or a thing they do to get together, a tradition, whatever it may be. What's the best way that your family hangs out together? What's the go-to kind of spending time with family activity?
My family is definitely really close. We do a lot together and we spend a lot of time together. Every year we have a Christmas party at my house with about 80 people, so it's just always nice to get together with my family.
It's a lot of people in a house. Oh, man. When you think about your future, what you want to do, obviously we talked about softball, but you are going to be going into a career after sports too, and you have to start thinking about that. What are you kind of going into career-wise that you want to continue in after you graduate college?
I plan on majoring in health and physical education.
What kind of got you into wanting to go down that track? What made you passionate about, that particular career?
My mom is a kindergarten teacher, and I kind of always knew that I wanted to go into education. And I picked health and physical education because I've been around sports my whole life, and I want to see student athletes succeed.
I'm gonna put you on the spot because you're gonna try to become a physical education teacher. Who's the best phys ed teacher you've had in your schooling career?
I feel like I've liked all of my gym teachers in the past, and I just really enjoyed going to gym class when I was younger.
You play a lot of sports in gym class. Some of them are actual sports. Some of them are just made for gym class. What's your favorite like sport day in gym class? When they bring out this sport, it's gonna be a fun day in gym today.
Definitely basketball.
Of course, it's not fair if unless Massucci playing just normal people in school and gym. Do you dial it down in gym a little bit just to help everybody out?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Sometimes.
Let's talk about, being in this Howland school system. You represent it every day. You get to put Howland across your chest, whether you're playing basketball or softball. What makes you so proud to be a Tiger and so proud to represent it for one more season?
It means a lot to me. Just the support that we get here at Howland is just really nice. There's always going to be teachers, friends, just everyone at the games, and it just means a lot.
Howland will always be home to you no matter where you go in life. What makes the Howland community and the school feel like home when you're in it?
I just feel like the support that we get from the community it's really important to me, and it's just something that I'll always remember.
Before we let you go, one of the things I think everyone wants to know, like 5-1 start, there's a lot of big teams left in your schedule. What are some things right now as a leader that you're seeing that like, hey, we need to keep doing this if we want to succeed? What are some things you're talking about in practice? Some things that are going on inside the locker room that you guys want to continue to get better at as the season unfolds?
Definitely communicating on the court and honestly just getting better every day at practice. We know that we have to compete at practice, and it's really going to help us when it comes to game time.
All right, Alyssa, you've done this before. The drill at the end of the interviews is to give you the chance to thank your support system and the people that have been there for you throughout your career. Maybe there are some new shout-outs. Maybe there's some new people that have come on and supported you. But whoever you want to shine a light on here in your last basketball player profile, I want to give you the chance to do so.
I would definitely like to thank my mom and dad, my brothers, Michael and Anthony, both my grandpas, my aunts, my uncles, my coaches, my teammates, and definitely my friends for always being there and supporting me.
All right, Alyssa, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We wish you the best of luck the rest of this basketball season. We'll get you back on during the softball season. We'll have one more player profile with Alyssa Massucci. But we thank you so much for today, and we wish you the best of luck the rest of the year. We can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much for having me.